Hello and welcome to the 69th Annual Commencement Ceremonies for MOYNE College. We are very excited today. We've got family and friends and community members here celebrating with their students. We have 730 students graduating today. In fact, that is the
second largest.
Second largest number of students that are graduating. And we have students from many countries, 47 countries, 35 states, 35 of the 50 states that are here, and everybody's celebrating kind of the culmination of their academic careers and their career at MOYNE, of course.
Yes, thank you. So RJ Raposa and I'm Leslie Streiskuth. We welcome you to the 69th Annual Commencement for MOYNE College. We're in a new location this year. We're in the fairgrounds in the brand new exposition center. So, you know, usually we have this moment where we can talk about the weather and whether it's cooperating or not. And we don't have to have that conversation anymore.
We're here in air-conditioned comfort.
It's wonderful. So students have been lining up, families have been coming in. Just a great celebration, and also nice to be in a new location. They chose this location for a couple different reasons. I think probably last year's graduation in a deluge was pretty high on the list of trying to find a solution that worked. Right now we can see all the graduates filing in. They're going to come around the building and then come inside and process in to this beautiful music provided by our orchestra, directed by Travis Newton. It's just a great celebration for these young men and women. They've spent 4 years here trying to figure out what they're going to do, and once they figure that out, kind of applying all that.
Absolutely. You know, it should be, we should note that this is the, oh, look at all of them there, they look beautiful. This is the undergraduate ceremony today. The graduate students had their commencement on Friday, the 17th of May. Yeah. So they had their ceremony, and we had 330 students who received master's degrees in many different programs. Our graduate programs have been really steadily increasing and increasing. In fact, this year or next year, we're going to be starting a doctoral program in educational leadership that we're all excited about.
Yes, and walking in with those students is actually the student speaker for this year's ceremony. His name is Eric Burge. He recently got fantastic news. He's been accepted to the NYU Medical School program on Long Island, and he's going free tuition,
wow,
free housing, amazing
That's
program.
Amazing.
So he's going to address the students today. He's from Clifton, New York, majored in biology while he was here, and you can pretty much say, what did Eric not do while he was here? Just an amazing student, and we're going to be able to hear a little bit from him. We interviewed him and talked to him and sort of let us know what it was that made his 4 years here so memorable. So it'd be great to hear from Eric and what he has to say.
I'm so grateful to have been chosen by my class to speak at graduation. And it provides this extremely exciting challenge of summarizing the past 4 years and putting it all together into one final goodbye at graduation. My experience at MOYNE here has helped me grow because it's given me the confidence that I didn't have necessarily coming in my own abilities to learn, to lead, and to work with others. Everything that we do here at a Jesuit college has the Jesuit values instilled within it. And because of that, everything that we do has this extra aspect of mindfulness to it. Mindfulness of what we're doing, of what its role is in the larger community sense, and how that applies to social justice and how we can have an impact on our community. Magis is the ability to be always striving for greater, to always be looking for the next step. Cura Personalis is the idea of allowing the development of the individual and the unique strengths and aspects of each individual. So the first thing that comes to mind of something that I'm most proud of is my relationships that I've built here at MOYNE. I've made lifelong relationships both professionally and socially. I know that when I look back at MOYNE, these relationships are what I'm going to value the most. The second thing I've appreciated most here at MOYNE is my work with the Dolphins Connect with Homelessness Outreach. As a freshman, I came on and experienced this organization and found a passion for connecting with other people. And this passion is what led me to pursuing a career as a physician. And then having the opportunity to take a lead in that organization and then share this passion with other students and grow the organization into what it is today has been extremely gratifying, and it's something that I'm most proud of here at LeMoyne. The ultimate joy in life is to connect with others, and that may just be to understand each other, but I think even better that is to help one another in a community or as an individual. And so learning and understanding and taking on new skills that allow for that connection and to foster that connection with others, I think is my real drive. I have to thank my parents for that drive. They've instilled in me the value of family in a very broad sense. And they're the ones that have helped me through the challenging times through my undergraduate experience and kept me focused on my goals even when the workload was extremely high. Being a student athlete is challenging. It requires a lot of time management. It's draining. There's morning practices, night practices, lifts, and then weekends that are spent traveling and competing. But ultimately, this results in the building of family, and the team in a college level is absolutely a family. The thing that I'm going to miss most about being a student at LeMoyne is the community here. The students, the faculty, the professors, the Jesuits, all form this extremely valuable support system that provides an area where we feel safe and comfortable to grow, to learn, to fail, and then ultimately grow into the graduates that we are today. It was only 4 years ago where we came here mostly strangers, and since then we were embraced by the LeMoyne community and became a family and learned together, grew together, and now we have this amazing opportunity to take all of the skills that we've learned over the past 4 years and share them with the world around us.
Wow, what an amazing piece that was from Eric. It's so, I love him to death. I just think he's such a great kid, and he so represents kind of what LeMoyne is all about, educating the whole person. Again, my name's RJ Raposa, Associate Director of Career Advising and Development here at LeMoyne. I'm talking today with my colleague, Leslie Streiskuth. Today there are 733 students that are graduating, and we are so proud of them. And, we were talking before about, with LeMoyne, and we have small class sizes, and that really gives them an opportunity to connect with each other and connect with the college in ways that you really just can't at larger institutions. They can really get involved in a variety of programming, and they leave with a breadth of experience that's unique.
And LeMoyne makes a difference to these students, and the students obviously make a difference. They make LeMoyne. And it's showing in, the Princeton Review. Regularly, LeMoyne is ranked really highly, and a couple of our programs have national ranks, going up against really large, prestigious institutions. So LeMoyne has got its act together, and these students represent that. So, walking in, we see the graduate students in the College of Arts and Sciences, the nursing students, the business school students. As we said, the graduate students graduated Friday, but part of all of this support network is, like you said, the small class sizes and students connecting with those opportunities through faculty, through staff, through our office in career advising, through alumni relations. There's just a lot of support available to students, and they're pursuing a wide array of opportunities. We have students doing internships in virtually every sector of every industry, from soup to nuts, as I guess you would want to say, and it's all making a difference. 98% of our students are placed in jobs or in a graduate school program after they graduate. So that's an amazing statistic and shows the relevance of a LeMoyne diploma.
Absolutely. That's the 98%. Again, 98% of LeMoyne grads report that they are pursuing something that they feel prepared for, whether that be a job, whether that be a year of service, whether that be pursuing their education, whatever that may be, they feel prepared. and that makes a huge difference, and it makes us, frankly, really proud.
Yeah.
I have friends and colleagues that work at larger institutions, and their commencement is a little different. As we're sitting here watching these
And,
people, we
know
know
that
them.
we know them. We're like waving back, "Hey, O'Shea,"
Right. Oh, look, that's so we're genuinely enjoying on both a personal and a professional level watching them do this.
And so walking in with the students, and I do have to say, the culture behind the hat decorations.
Oh,
These
yes.
students spend the week between the end of finals and graduation together, celebrating, being together for this last bit, because they really have made a lot of bonds over the time on the Heights. So these hats, they put a lot of care into what goes on them. So I think that's a neat thing that's developed over the years, and it's fun to see representation students came up with. Walking in with the students will ultimately be the faculty, and in fact I think I see them coming now, and you can see all the students are wearing obviously cap and gowns with the caps decorated, but the faculty do not have decorated caps because they're wearing a cap that represents the university that they got their degree from. And so if you look at these different robes and the stripes on the sleeves and the color of their stoles, all of that signifies the school where they got their degree. Obviously 3 stripes means a doctorate, but depending on the robe and the hat, it could be that they got their degree in Europe, they got their degree here. It's really interesting. Oh, and at the end there, we can see in the green, that's the 50th, the golden anniversary class. So they graduated in 69. And look at this. It's the largest 50th anniversary class we've had at graduation thus far. And we were with them, near them earlier this morning as they gathered and had breakfast together. And it's just a really nice, again, this idea of Lemoyne is not just, it's not over when you graduate.
Nope.
It continues.
You're a dolphin for life.
You're a dolphin for life.
We were talking about the opportunities that the students have available to them here, and we'd be remiss if we didn't note that a lot of those come from generous contributions, both from alum and community, as well as grants. We have like J.P. Morgan Chase, the National Science Foundation, family gifts to launch new majors, for example, risk management and insurance, which is coming from one of Lemoyne's 3-generation families, the McNeils.
Yes.
So that's just, we are so thankful for those folks being able to provide a diverse experience for students.
Yes, and that support has been ongoing, and it's something that I think speaks to, like you said, the community that Lemoyne builds, and the way that the college is choosing to use those gifts is amazing. It's all about students. It's all about helping students move forward through life and make decisions that are going to put them into the world, doing something that's meaningful to them. There you go. They migrated, so I graduated. Excellent.
First generation.
That's
awesome.
Anthony Pham.
Yep.
Anyhow, the idea of how Lemoyne is using its gifts to share with its students, with its graduates, and beyond. It's great to witness that work coming together and coalescing.
The other thing, just some context as you're looking at all these students, some more just kind of numbers that are interesting. Lemoyne's undergraduate population right now is 3,431. And that's an amazing thing when you think about there were only 977 students in 1951 when Lemoyne just got started.
My
so
goodness.
That's just amazing.
So we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about beyond Eric, who is our student speaker today. There'll be other people on the dais, other dignitaries. So we have a couple people receiving honorary degrees.
Yes, we do. So we have, of course, Father Greg Boyle, who's the founder of Homeboy Industries in Los Angeles. If you haven't looked up the story of his foundation and his program. It is just amazing. He's worked for 30 years with former gang members through one of the largest and most successful gang intervention, rehabilitation, and reentry programs in the world, truly. You know, sort of as a testament to the Jesuit philosophy of social justice and service to others. He's going to be receiving an honorary degree along with Father John O'Malley,
right?
Who's in the theology department at Georgetown.
Mm-hmm.
Fred Valerino, who was a member of Lemoyne's first graduating class in 1951. He founded Pevco Systems International. Carl Thomas, class of 65.
Right, and he's the retired director of Lemoyne's Arthur O. Eve Higher Education Opportunity Program, which is better known to many as HEOP. It's a collaboration between the New York State Education Department and Lemoyne. And this year, HEOP is celebrating its 50th anniversary on Lemoyne's campus. So it's an amazing program. It's really moved a lot of students, given students that opportunity to achieve an education, a higher level education, and move into the world in a different way.
Such an important program. There's also the last of the honorary degrees is going to Pamela Hunter.
That's right.
Who's one of our local politicians. She's the assembly member for the 128th district of the New York State Assembly.
Yes, so it's really neat to have all these people here with us this year. And, we were talking about how a degree from Lemoyne makes a difference. Some of the places where our students are going that we already know about, some are going to graduate school. So Brown University, Kingston University, London, like we said, New York School of Medicine, the Skolkovo Institute of Science and Technology in Moscow, SUNY Upstate, Columbia University, University of Virginia Law School, my alma mater. Hate to say that, but I got to throw that in there. So our graduates are leveraging their degrees in positive ways, and they're going on to business. They're getting jobs at ACO, Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, Hershey, IBM, Lockheed Martin. I mean, the list goes on and on. So students are finding their way, and we're so proud of them for doing that. It's they're understanding in this day and age the need to make connections and to take what they have and use it in a meaningful way. And I think that's what Lemoyne works on, finding meaning in what you do.
Absolutely. I think you're absolutely right. Just wanting to make sure that we circle back and make sure that we've pointed out all the important folks that have been involved in this procession that we've just been watching on the screen here.
Oh, yes.
They were led by this year's Grand Marshal, Dr. John Langdon. Dr. Langdon received the Reverend Richard McKeon Scholar of the Year Award, and his history with Lemoyne is long and storied, and we can certainly consider him part of what makes Lemoyne Lemoyne.
Yeah, and the students, we didn't point out earlier, but they were led in by Dr. Julie Olin Amantorp. She's the teacher of the year, so that's a huge accolade for her. And we talked about all the other faculty. And the faculty were led by Dr. Mary Zampini, who is a member of the Foreign Language Department. So in addition to honoring graduates, Lemoyne likes to honor its faculty and staff with various awards. So there's Dr. Langdon and Dr. Olin Amantorp greeting faculty as they walk in.
Once this procession of the faculty has completed, the administration will follow them. Of course, the administration, we're thankful they're responsible for keeping Lemoyne operating. And there, among that group will be additional faculty members who have been awarded honors for service and
advising,
mentoring, all sorts of things. Our faculty are, there's so much more to what they do on a small campus than just teach the content in their classrooms.
And advising is one of the key elements of a personal connection students have while they attend Lemoyne. So the professors work with students to help them determine class choices, keep on track, lend an ear if needed. It's all great. this year's advisor of the year is Dr. Teresa Beatty. So she works tirelessly with students, but also she's the person who coordinates our core curriculum. So that is a huge job.
So here's our
Yes.
members of the class of 1969 that were able to attend. Like Leslie said earlier, this is the largest Golden group to date. There's over 60 alumni joining us today. It's got to be really just amazing for them as they think back. They spent some time on campus this week
Yes.
and thinking about how Lemoyne has changed over the years, and it's so great to see them.
Yeah, and I would be remiss if I didn't. We have this beautiful music in the background.
Oh, yes.
So today we have the orchestra led by Travis Newton. We're also going to have the national anthem sung by the Lemoyne College Chamber Singers under the direction of Greg Giovannini, who is also an alum. It's just a testament to our arts program that we have these groups that can come in and provide such beautiful accompaniment to this ceremony.
Yeah, I don't think many people might realize how strong the arts community is at Lemoyne through the staff, through the program staff, and the things that they're involved in. They launch world premieres of plays that go on and that have competed internationally.
Yes.
Over the course of years, and the Travis Newton, who's leading today, who's directing the ensemble today. He's also the director of our graduate program in arts administration,
yes.
which is just blossoming and growing. It's such an amazing program, so that they can then go out and contribute to lead the arts in their communities.
Yeah, and so you were talking about award-winning shows. Actually, it's Kafka's Metamorphosis, the musical. It's invited to be a part of the developmental reading series at the New York Music Festival. So it was written by and directed by Matt Curini, and orchestrations created by Travis Newton. So this is just an amazing production and testament to just one of the many ways that Lemoyne makes a difference in the community and beyond. The invocation today will be given by Father David McCallum, and he is Vice President for Mission Integration and Development. That is no small job at Lemoyne, but we are all about mission. We're all about the Jesuit values and making sure that those are instilled in students through various programmings, one of which is MOYNE Class.
Absolutely. I was just going to say that, MOYNE Class is the program that I co-direct with a faculty member, helping students to deepen their personal and professional outlook. And I say to people all the time, they say, oh, you work at Lemoyne, how is it? And I always say I love Lemoyne. And one of the things that I love about Lemoyne is I've never worked anywhere where an institution's mission is so present every single day. It's not forced. It's not something that's just on the wall. It really is something that we talk about. It's something that we live, truly. And I'm so really thankful to be a part of their journey.
There's President Lemura. She was honored for the positive impact she's had on Central New York at KeyBank's 2019 Key for Women Forum, which celebrates, supports, and encourages the progress of women in business. So the community is acknowledging the impact that Dr. Lemura has made, and her energy is boundless. So we so appreciate all the contributions that she makes and that she fosters at Lemoyne in the Syracuse community, and honestly across the Jesuit schools in general. She's a powerhouse.
Absolutely. We also think about, other things that we are so proud of about Lemoyne and Lemoyne graduates. We have a alumnus, Greg Kelly, who graduated last year, who earned a prestigious Fulbright U.S. student program English teaching assistant grant. He's in Malaysia working with elementary and secondary school students.
Yes, and it's funny, I met with him last year. He came into career advising because that's what students who are motivated do, right?
Absolutely.
Little plug for career advising.
Got to do that.
But he has always had in his mind, how can I take my skills and use them to help others. And this scholarship, this fellowship is doing just that. As a matter of fact, Lemoyne announced a formal partnership with the Ignatian Volunteer Corps that will serve to strengthen the mission of both our organizations. So among the many expected benefits is just enhanced opportunity to volunteer. And I think we may be wrapping up.
It looks like we're getting ready to bring it all together, folks.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Empire Expo Center. Welcome to our guests and the families of our graduates. And congratulations to the class of 2019. As Provost, I declare the 69th commencement of Lemoyne College to be in session. We honor the Onondaga Nation, the indigenous people on whose land we celebrate this commencement. Please stand, and for those of you standing already, remain standing as the Lemoyne College Commencement Choir leads us in the singing of the national anthem. I ask that all gentlemen remove your caps and that everyone direct your attention to the flag located to the left on the stage, and then kindly remain standing for our invocation to follow.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang clear, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Father David McCallum, Vice President for Mission Integration and Development, will now lead us in the invocation.
First, a little roll call for who's in the house. Parents, families, and friends. Do you feel the Spirit here this morning? And Golden Jubilee class of 1969, do you feel the Spirit? Class of 2019, do you feel the Spirit this morning? Since enthusiasm is a sign of God's energy and life with us, in the Spirit of God we pray. Loving God, we praise and thank you for your goodness to us, which is so manifest this day. We see your dynamic presence in the learning, the growth, and the many gifts and achievements of our MOYNE Class of 2019. In the love, the sacrifice, and the generosity of their parents and families. In the lifelong friendships that have been kindled here on the Heights. We see the signs of your Spirit in the passionate and dedicated teaching by our faculty and in the many ways that they have educated and mentored and inspired our students over these years. In the skillful and caring and ever-present support by our staff. And we honor and give thanks for the class of 1969, for the leadership and service they have given to their communities, for the example they give to these dolphins who will follow in their footsteps. And we thank you in a special way for the vision, generosity, and inspiration embodied by our honorees. For in each of them, we meet human excellence and are made better for their presence among us. We pray that our graduates will likewise become great through their goodness, their availability for others, and their willingness to realize the potential within themselves for a purpose greater than themselves. All this we pray, O God, in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Father McCallum. Please be seated. We are indeed honored to be joined today by members of the class of 1969, wearing green robes and gold tassels to mark their Golden Jubilee. I now invite Mr. William Brower, Vice President of Communications and Advancement, to the podium to read the names of each member of the class of '69.
As I call your name, I ask each member of the class to rise. Please hold your applause until all these great alumni are recognized. Sheila Vey Becker, Jane Parator Blake, John Bruno, Joseph Calagero, Judith Carpenter, John Cerrone, Anthony Semino, Carolyn Martin Semino, James Caliani, George Couture, Patrick Dallett, Joseph DeChance, Mary Pat Dolan, John Donahue, Virginia De Lucia Donahue, Kathleen Donovan, Thomas Donvito, Conchetta Smorelli Donvito, Carol Egan, Earl Eichelberger, Timothy Fenlon, Abraham Gabriel, Timothy Gorman, Karen Hubert Connell Hazelton, Elizabeth Hogan, Michael Holland, John Irving, Elizabeth Flood Leonza, Patrick Leonza, Charles Leska, Karen O'Neill Linderman, Nadia Palipashan Latuplo, David Loftus, Vincent Lynch, Anne Brookhiser Mahan, Helen Makarushka Kolodi, Joseph Marone, Michael McCarthy, Mary Lou O'Brien McCluskey, Robert McNamara, Andrew Medler, Michael O'Connor, Maria Proskorenko, Francesca Riley McDonald, James Root, Joseph Russo, Patricia Pitfido Schuler, Carol Moore Shannon, Christopher Shea, S. Douglas Sheldon, Dorothea Tomasoni Smith, Robert Sumalowski, Linda Roback Spears, Louis Tomeno, Francis Reel Trainer. Congratulations to the class of 1969. We are delighted to have you with us this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Brower. It is a true honor to recognize our faculty, who are extraordinary teachers, dedicated scholars, and wonderful colleagues. Our students' success reflects their tireless efforts. So will the MOYNE College faculty please rise and be recognized. And may I offer a special shout out to the 2019 Teacher of the Year, Dr. Julie Olin Amentorp. It is now my distinguished pleasure to introduce the president of MOYNE College, Dr. Linda Lemira.
Thank you, Provost Marina. Welcome to our honored guests, Father John O'Malley, Mr. Fred Valerino, Assembly Member Pamela Hunter, Mr. Carl Thomas, and Father Gregory Boyle. Welcome to the chairperson of our Board of Trustees, Dr. Robert Turner, and to all of our trustees, regents, and alumni. Welcome to our distinguished faculty, to our staff and our administrators. Welcome to the Golden Alumni, the beloved class of 1969. I welcome the families and friends of our graduates, and of course, a very warm welcome to the wonderful class of 2019. At some point in the next few days, or maybe even in the next few hours, someone is going to ask the question. Now that you've graduated, what are you going to do? That question is so big, so heavy, so absolute. But when you get that question, remember, you've already answered some pretty big questions. 4 years ago, you were asked, where will you go to college? When you arrived at Lemoyne, you were asked, what will you major in? And you wondered, do I need a minor? Should I pursue a research project with one of my professors? Do I take this internship or that one? Does it make sense to study abroad? And if I do, where will I go? And now that it's time to graduate, one more big, heavy question. What will you do after graduation? I want you to think about that question a little differently. It's not about what you will do or what job you will hold. No. I want you to reframe this question and ask, what problems do I want to solve? Whom will I serve? What will I stand for? Because of your Jesuit education, you know how to answer these questions and many more. You grappled with big questions in your courses, learning from your extraordinary professors how to explore the unknown, how to be comfortable with ambiguity, how to look critically at problems, formulate your ideas, and defend your research. You've spent hundreds of hours in our community and on trips around the world, serving those in need, walking in solidarity among the marginalized and the underrepresented. You have the tools to solve the complex and challenging problems our world is facing. Don't fear the big questions. Tackle them. And when you've answered some difficult question, in the Jesuit tradition, find another one. Father Boyle, today's commencement speaker, wrote in his book, Tattoos on the Heart, that Scripture is a geography. It tells us where to stand. You have, for the last 4 years, lived on the heights. And that's not just geography, it's a metaphor maybe even our scripture. We expect you to rise above, to stand tall, to have an abiding vision for what matters. What problems do I want to solve? Whom will I serve? What will I stand for? The way you try to answer these questions may change. The answers themselves may change. But if you're feeling overwhelmed or unsure of how to move forward, remember your time on the heights. Prayerful best wishes, class of 2019. I am so excited to see how you will live out your lives and make a difference in our world. May God bless you. We're so proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, President Lemira. It's now my pleasure to introduce the representative of the class of 2019 chosen to address you, a truly remarkable young man who has certainly left his mark upon our college. He is graduating with a Bachelor of Science degree in biology and is on his way to medical school at New York University. I give you the future Dr. Eric Burge.
Thank you, Father Marina, and good morning, everyone. Love. Love is a powerful thing. As students at LeMoyne, we have all experienced the power of love in many ways. Join me in reflecting back to that first moment of experiencing LeMoyne's love while sitting down in that first college course surrounded by strangers. Think back to that moment. The stress, anxiety, uncertainty, feeling similar to what you may be feeling now, but at that time, it was with concern for what college life would be like. That moment was the spark to our first interaction with the LeMoyne community. Unknown to me on that first day of class, I sat next to someone who would become one of my best friends in college, and I was surrounded by those who would soon become our LeMoyne family. Our family is made up of the friends that sat with us in the library at 1 a.m. the night before a tough exam, the professors that selflessly spent hours with us outside of class to learn about our interests, our passions, our goals, and to share their own guidance and experiences with us. The faculty, the Jesuits, the alumni, who enabled us to learn, to grow, to fail, to succeed, and who taught us how to embrace the college experience. Graduates, take a moment to look around you. Really, look around you. Look at the friends. Look at your family. Look at the professors and faculty who became your family, now here to celebrate all you've done over the past 4 years. To all those who directly and indirectly make an impact on our campus, on behalf of the class of 2019, thank you. Thank you for making LeMoyne a loving community and a loving home. This love and support of the LeMoyne family is what pushed us to be here today. No longer students, but graduates. Through all-nighters, long papers, tough exams, housing lotteries, and commuters, 4 years of hopelessly looking for a parking spot in the morning. Now and for the rest of our lives, this love is what will continue to embrace us through celebrating these well-earned college degrees and will support us in accepting the challenges of graduate school acceptances, new job offers, and the everlasting drive to improve and pursue the next step, whatever that may be. Love characterizes what LeMoyne is all about. fostering and developing us as individuals to go out into the world and spread the same love that we have received to others. To be successful, to make ethical decisions, to fight against social injustice, and to help others learn to love each other and to love themselves. Love is why a LeMoyne education will set us apart from our colleagues. It is why I am proud to tell the world that I'm a dolphin, and why you should be too. I would now like to take a moment for us to reflect on this quote by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. The world we live in today, because of expressions like hate, is complicated. While every day we achieve and do amazing things, there is an incredible amount of work to be done. Class of 2019, it is time to show the world the power of our love, to continue to endure challenges with hard work, and to make an impact on the world that can only be done with the power of love. Class of 2019, may God bless you, and may God bless all of the love that you will go on to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. You are truly a credit to your class. And to Eric's family, I know you're out there somewhere because I met you just a little while ago. Thank you for sharing the gift of Eric with us these past 4 years. We now proceed to the conferring of honorary degrees. These degrees are awarded to persons deserving of recognition by virtue of their scholarly distinction, noteworthy public service, or other outstanding contributions. By their accomplishments, they bring distinction to the college and serve as role models for our graduates. Will the honorary degree candidates please rise? President Lemura, I am pleased to present to you the candidates for the degree Doctor of Humane Letters.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the trustees of LeMoyne College and by the regents of the state of New York, I am happy to confer the honorary degrees Doctor of Humane Letters.
Please be seated. We move on to the presentation of diplomas and hoods to each honorary degree recipient. At this time, I invite Dr. Jennifer Glancy, Professor of Religious Studies, to come forward to read the citation for the Reverend John O'Malley of the Society of Jesus. Will President Lemura and Father O'Malley please rise?
John O'Malley, S.J., has said that if he had the opportunity to say something to God, it would be this: "Let me let you in." Over the course of his life, he has lived these words, beautifully modeling faith, curiosity, and discipline for those around him. He approaches everything he does with humor, humility, and above all, gratitude. An expert in the religious history of early modern Europe, Father John is a professor in the Department of Theology at Georgetown University, having previously taught at the University of Detroit and Weston School of Theology at Cambridge, Massachusetts. A gifted teacher, he nurtures in his students a deeper understanding of faith and justice. He awakens their minds and hearts to the possibilities that lie before them. In addition to his work in the classroom, Father John is an accomplished and discerning author. A Jesuit friend of his called him the archenemy of the superfluous word. Among his best-known works are The First Jesuits, which has been translated into 12 languages, and What Happened at Vatican II. He has been awarded Best Book prizes from numerous organizations, including the American Historical Association, American Philosophical Society, and Alpha Sigma Nu. Highly respected by his peers, Father John has served as president of both the Renaissance Society of America and the American Catholic Historical Association. He has received countless awards in the field of Catholic history, religious culture, and theology, including the Centennial Medal from Harvard University's Graduate School of Arts and the Johannes Keston Medal from the Catholic University of America. He was also awarded the Society of Italian Historical Studies Grand Prize. A native of Tiltonville, Ohio, Father John joined the Society of Jesus at the age of 18. He earned a doctorate from Harvard University. With sincere thanks for his work as priest, educator, and author, LeMoyne College is proud to present to John W. O'Malley, S.J., the degree of Doctor Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you, Dr. Glancy. I now invite Dr. Dipankar Rai, Assistant Professor of Marketing, to come forward to read the degree citation for Mr. Frederick Valerino, Sr., from LeMoyne's first graduating class, the class of 1951. Will President Lemura and Mr. Valerino please rise?
Frederick M. Valerino Sr., class of 1951. As the saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention. These are words that Frank Valerino Sr. lives by. The holder of multiple U.S. patents, Fred has a remarkable work ethic that has placed him at the cutting edge of innovation within the pneumatic tube industry. His lengthy career in the field included time with Lamson, Diebold, and Electromechanical of America. In the early 1960s, he was involved in the installation of pneumatic tubes in the White House and Pentagon. In 1978, he founded Pefco Systems International. Operating initially out of his home, Pefco has grown to become the nation's leading designer, manufacturer, and installer of pneumatic tube systems for the healthcare industry, with its products found in more than 650 hospitals. The company has been recognized by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce with the Blue Chip Enterprise Award for innovation, quality, and service. His diverse background, which includes roles as an engineer, estimator, and salesman, gives him the unique ability to understand and solve complicated issues by himself. Under his leadership, Pefco has revolutionized the industry. Among the company's impressive litany of breakthroughs, the first to devise safe transport for radioactive chemotherapy treatments, the first system run by an IBM-compatible PC, and the first to develop a system that uses barcodes to track transactions. A World War II veteran, Fred is a member of LeMoyne's inaugural class, graduating in 1951 with a degree in economics. Though still working full-time as PEFCO chairman, he has given back significantly to the college, serving on the board of trustees since 2010 and taking part in pilgrimages to Spain and Italy with fellow board members. LeMoyne presented him with the Frank Fernandez Business Leader of the Year Award in 1998 and the Ignatian Award for Professional Achievement in 2006. Fred and his wife, Teresa, are the proud parents of 6 children: Anne, Susan, Frederick, Marilisa, James, and Kathy, who passed away in 2015. Both Anne, class of 71, and Susan, class of 74, followed in his footsteps at LeMoyne. For his trailblazing professional work, tireless pursuit of excellence, and ongoing service to his alma mater, LeMoyne College is proud to present to Frederick M. Valerino Sr., class of 1951, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you, Dr. Rye. I now invite Dr. Stephen Flory, Professor of Education, to come forward to read the degree citation for Assembly Member Pamela Hunter. Will Dr. Lemura and Assembly Member Hunter please rise?
In February 2011, a United States Army veteran and active Democratic Party member from Syracuse 17th Ward became a counselor at large for the Syracuse Common Council. The rest, as they say, is history. Since that day, Pamela J. Hunter has been steadfast in her goal of securing victories for her constituents and leaving a lasting legacy of fair legislation that will stand the test of time. Born and raised in upstate New York, Pamela faithfully followed her parents' footsteps down a path of deeply devoted public service, mirroring their motivation to advance morally worthy causes. They were ardent civil rights supporters and heavily influential in Pamela's role as a public servant, caring for underprivileged, underserved, and underrepresented populations was an ethic instilled in Pamela since childhood. While a student in Strayer College, Pamela held these values close, and her passion to build a better future for Central New York eventually placed her on the trail toward politics. On December 29, 2015, LeMoyne College had the pleasure of hosting Pamela in Gruen Auditorium as she took the oath of office as the representative for the 128th District of the New York State Assembly. From that day forward, Pamela, the sole female veteran serving in the state legislature, has combined her decades of expertise in business administration, human resources, and the healthcare sector with a drive to create job opportunities, grow the economy, improve schools, and keep our streets safe. She has been a staunch advocate for those supporting clean energy standards, gun safety, affordable housing, transportation solutions, renters' rights, and more. For all that she does to tirelessly promote equality and advocate for a just society in the finest tradition of Jesuit education, LeMoyne College is proud to present Pamela J. Hunter the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you, Dr. Fleury. May I now invite Dr. John Langdon, Professor of History, to come forward to read the degree citation for Mr. Carl Thomas Sr., class of 1965. I ask President Lemira and Mr. Thomas to please rise.
I thank LeMoyne College for the privilege of reading this citation on behalf of a man whose contributions to LeMoyne are unique and unsurpassable. Role model, mentor, advocate, Carl Thomas of the class of 1965 has embraced each of these roles. For more than 40 years, Carl served as the director of LeMoyne's Arthur O. Eve Higher Education Opportunity Program. HEOP, as it is known, provides broad and varied educational experiences to capable students who, due to academic underpreparation and limited financial resources, might not otherwise have had an opportunity to attend college. The program blends academic support, counseling, and financial aid. But for Carl, its mission was deeply personal: to help each participant realize his or her fullest potential. He did that thousands of times over. Carl's commitment to LeMoyne runs deep. A native of New Orleans, Louisiana, he first arrived on the Heights in the fall of 1961. He studied English, served as a resident advisor, and forged a lifelong friendship with a group of classmates now affectionately known as the Jet Set. Following his graduation, Carl continued his education at Syracuse University, where he earned a master's degree in higher education administration in 1967. He then went on to serve his nation as a U.S. Army officer, including a tour in Vietnam. In 1972, Carl found himself back on the Heights, helping others to enjoy the education he so dearly valued. He soon became involved in numerous state and local organizations whose aim is to promote ethnic diversity and college access, including the Conference of Multicultural Affairs, of AJCU, the Association of Jesuit Colleges and Universities. This son of LeMoyne has been honored for his work with numerous awards, including the Bishop's Medallion from Catholic Charities of Onondaga County, the Legend Award from the AJCU, and an honorary professorship in the History Department of LeMoyne College. With deep gratitude for all that he has done to enrich the lives of so many students, and for all that his friendship, his achievements, and his shining example have meant to all of us, LeMoyne College is honored and delighted to bestow upon Carl A. Thomas of the class of 1965 the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
Thank you, Dr. Langdon. May I invite Dr. Allison Margansky, Associate Professor of Anthropology, Criminology, and Sociology, to come forward to read the degree citation of the Reverend Gregory Boyle of the Society of Jesus. I ask President Lemira and Father Boyle to please rise.
Greg Boyle, SJ, believes that, at its core, gang violence is about a lethal absence of hope. Fortunately for the countless individuals whose lives he has touched, hope is Father Greg's specialty. A native of Los Angeles, California, he saw firsthand the impact of gang violence on the nation's second largest city and was compelled to do something about it. Father Greg is the founder of Homeboy Industries, one of the largest and most successful gang intervention, rehabilitation, and reentry programs in the world. Every year, Homeboy helps thousands of men and women who were formerly involved with gangs receive the training and support they need to redirect their lives and become contributing members of society. Perhaps what best equips Father Greg for this work is that he does not see it as his job to fix or to rescue or save the people he encounters. His job is to accompany and to learn from everyone he meets. He's done that well. In fact, Father Greg has said, "It has been a privilege of my life for 30 years to have been taught everything of value by gang members. Those lessons are both large, how to see the grace in everyone, and small, how to text." Father Greg has shared many of those experiences in his best-selling books, Tattoos on the Heart, The Power of Boundless Compassion, and Barking to the Choir, The Power of Radical Kinship. Father Greg has been honored for his work with numerous awards, including the California Peace Prize. He has been inducted into the California Hall of Fame and named a White House Champion of Change. Father Greg earned a bachelor's degree in English from Gonzaga University, a master's degree in English from Loyola Marymount University, and advanced degrees in theology from the Weston School of Theology and the Jesuit School of Theology at Berkeley. With deep appreciation for a life dedicated to service and the promotion of social justice, LeMoyne College is proud to present to Greg J. Boyle, S.J., the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Please join me in congratulating all of our honorary degree recipients once again. It is now my deepest privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, Father Greg Boyle of the Society of Jesus, also known as G-Dog.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be with you this morning. For 35 years, I've worked with gang members, so apparently President Lemura thought that made me eminently suited to address the class of 2019. You can take that up with her. I know that I'm the only thing standing between you and your diplomas, so I appreciate your attention. You know, folks at the margins are hoping for some attention. I had a gang member, very insistent, standing in front of my desk, and he said, "Look, I need your divided attention." And I said, "Well, you are in luck, because that's exactly what you'll be getting." What Martin Luther King says about church could well be said of your time here at LeMoyne. It's not the place you've come to, it's the place you go from. And you go from here to nurture and create a community of kinship such that God, in fact, might recognize it. You go from here to imagine a circle of compassion and then imagine nobody standing outside that circle. You go from here to choose to dismantle the barriers that exclude. And you do that in a particular way. You go out to the margins because that's where the joy is. And that is the only way that you can erase the margins, is by standing out at them. And you stand with the poor and the powerless and the voiceless. You stand with those whose dignity has been denied and those whose burdens are more than they can bear. And you get to go from here and stand with the easily despised and the readily left out. You get to go from here to stand with the demonized so that the demonizing will stop. And you go from here to stand with the disposable so that the day will come when we stop throwing people away. You go to the margins because that's where the joy is. And you don't want to settle for happiness when you can have joy. And this is why our God, who loves us without measure and without regret, says, "As I have loved you, so must you have a special preferential care and love for the widow, orphan, and the stranger, because God thinks these are the folks who know what it's like to have been cut off. And because they have suffered in exactly this way, these are the folks who happen to be our trustworthy guides to lead us all to the kinship of God." So you don't go to the margins to make a difference. You go to the margins so that the folks at the margins make you different. Our first enterprise at Homeboy Industries, we've been around for 31 years, was our Homeboy Bakery, born in 1992. It was the first real exit ramp off this crazy, violent freeway. Enemy rival gang members wore hairnets and baked bread, and it was something of a novelty. People came from all over the world to see it. We would have film crews all the time, and once Prince Charles and his business advisors came, and busloads of tour groups from Tokyo, take me to your bakery. And our foreman at the time was a guy named Roman, and he was the biggest drug dealer I knew in the community, and I knew them all. And he was a gang member, and he stopped and he baked bread. He was not just working with his enemies, he was a supervisor of them, which is a great deal more difficult. His growing up was torturous and terrifying, and he suffered abuse of every imaginable kind, and if his story had been aflame, you'd have to keep your distance, otherwise you'd get scorched. I would not have survived a single day of his childhood. Well, part of his job as a foreman was to greet these people that came to see Homeboy, because I always said yes, because you want to announce a message to the world. What if we were to invest in people rather than incarcerate our way out of our problems? And at a time in our history when the demonizing was writ large and people would accuse Homeboy, and as they will accuse you, of going to the margins, of wasting your time, we're reminded of Jeremiah, who said, "In this place of which you say it is a waste, there will be heard again the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voices of those who sing." So I always allowed tour groups and press to come, because I thought this is how other voices got heard. But Roman, his job was to greet them and tour the place, and he hated this part. And we were in the parking lot waiting for a group to come, a group of agricultural magnates from Central California to come and tour Homeboy Bakery. And so he's having a bad attitude day, and the bus pulls in, and it's filled with all these farmers, and I'm saying, "You can park over there." And Roman notices the microphone that's at the front of the bus for the tour guide, and he pretends he's the tour guide. Welcome to Homeboy Bakery. Observe gang members in their natural habitat. Please keep your hands in the bus at all times. Don't attempt to feed the homies. They are not yet tame. I'm saying, cállate, cabrón. And so I greet them and they go in. I go to my office several blocks away. I come back in the afternoon and I see Roman and I remember the tour and I said, hey, how'd that tour go? He goes, damn, G, what's up with white people anyway? I said, I don't know. What is up with us? He says, well, they always be using the word great. I said, really? I wasn't aware of this. He goes, yeah, check this out. This busload of gabachos, white people, come in and they see the bakery and it's clean and the ovens and everything's working and this place is great. And then they see the homies, enemies, rivals working side by side. You fellas are great. Then they try the bread and they say, wow, this bread, it's great. How come white people always be using the word great? I said, I have no idea. I'd never heard this before. And trust me, from that moment forward, every opportunity I could find, I told him how great he was just to mess with him. Well, cut to about 6 months later, I pull into the bakery at about 11 o'clock at night and it's closing time. Roman rushes me at my car and he says, you're not gonna believe what happened yesterday. Well, he tells me that he goes to pick up his 4-year-old daughter, Clarissa, at the babysitter's, and he drives to his humble apartment. He's a single father, and he's now paying rent with honestly earned, clean, decent money. And he unlocks the front door, and little Clarissa goes running down the hall, and she lands in the sala, in the living room, and she plants her feet, and she extends her arms, and she takes the room in with her gaze, and she says, "This is great." And he said, I thought she was turning white on me. And he gets down at eye level and he says, Mija, what's great? And little Clarissa, with great emotion, clutches her chest and she says, my home. And it kind of takes our breath away. And the two of us stare at each other for what feels like an eternity. And our eyes well up with tears, and we stare at each other as the tears roll down our cheeks. And I break the silence and I say, you did this. You've never had a home in your life, and now you have one. You did this. You used to be the biggest drug dealer in town, and you stopped and you baked bread instead. You did this. You've never had a father in your life, and now you are one. And I hate to have to tell you, but you're great. And I hate to have to tell you that it was 3 months later that I retrieved that story from my memory bank to tell it at Roman's funeral. He was packing the trunk of his car for a camping trip, and two guys came by in a car, saw him, must have thought he'll do, and they killed him. And I stood in front of this packed church because I had been asked for a whole week before his funeral, what's the point of doing good if that can happen to you? And I found myself saying this, that before Roman left us, he knew the truth of who he was, that he was exactly what God had in mind when God made him. And he became that truth. He inhabited that truth. And no bullet can pierce it. No 4 prison walls can keep it out. And death can't touch it because it's great. And Lemoyne is not the place you've come to. It was always going to be the place you go from. And you go from here to the margins to imagine a circle of compassion, and then imagine nobody standing outside that circle. You go to the margins not to make a difference, but so that the widow, orphan, stranger, and Roman can make you different. And my sense of the class of 2019 already is this, that long ago you ceased to care whether anyone would accuse you of wasting your time for approaching those margins. For in this place of which you say it is a waste, there will be heard again the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voices of those who sing. Congratulations, and may God bless you, the class of 2019.
And there, in just a few short minutes, we hear the heart and soul of Jesuit education. Thank you, Father Boyle, for those truly inspiring words. We now proceed to the conferral of bachelor's degrees in course. Will the candidates for all baccalaureate degrees please rise? President Lemura, on behalf of the faculty of the college, I am pleased to present these candidates hereafter to be named or whose names appear in the list of graduates who, having completed all requirements, I certify are eligible for the following degrees: Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science.
By virtue of the power vested in me by the trustees of MOYNE College and by the regents of the state of New York, I am pleased to confer degrees upon the candidates hereafter to be named or whose names appear in the list of graduates and declare them Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science.
And now the moment you've been waiting for, where all bachelor degree recipients move your tassel from the right side of your caps to the left to signify completion of your degree. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Matthew Fee, Director of Integral Honors, to come to the podium to read the names of those recipients of bachelor's degrees with Integral Honors, which is the highest academic distinction that MOYNE College confers. It is earned through participation in an intensive 4-year program of study, and the title of each student's senior honors project is listed in your commencement program. Will the inter-honorals candidates now come forward to receive your degrees? I ask that you hold your applause until all graduates have received their diplomas.
Emily Jean Converse, summa cum laude. Daniel Allen DBAce. Hunter V. LaRosa, summa cum laude. Ariana Montefusco, cum laude. Sarah E. Pinchinat. Noah James DeTurris Paust, magna cum laude. Tyler Mitchell Sternberg, magna cum laude. Peter F. Swovic, summa cum laude. And Nathan Tyler Wendell. Congratulations.
Before we proceed further into the program, it is my sacred duty to call the names of two students from the class of 2019 who should have been with us today, but who left our college and our world much too soon. It is right that we remember and honor posthumously Abigail Elizabeth Bonnard and Ishmael Diaz Marrero with their degrees, since they touched our lives so deeply while they were among us. Accepting Abby's diploma on her behalf are her two aunts, Dr. Jody Sima and Miss Kathleen Indick. Accepting Ishmael's diploma on his behalf is his friend and classmate, Jeffrey Mateo. We will now continue with the conferral of bachelor's degrees, beginning with candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences, whose names will be read by Dr. Kathleen Costello-Sullivan, Dean of Arts and Sciences.
Nicole Renee Ablan, summa cum laude. Mylene E. Adsit, magna cum laude. Luke Anthony Alberts. Kiani R. Alexander. Tajay Michaela Allen. Caitlin Marie Anderson, cum laude. Julie M. Asaf, cum laude. Ryan M. Assisi. Elias C. Ayub. Tyler Barnes. Hannah Marie Bittner. Angela Teresa Bachetti. Catherine Charlotte Brislin. Matthew Robert Berger. Kalea Jasira Burks. Kelly Burns. Riley Danielle Callahan, cum laude. Kelly was greeted by her father, Timothy Burns, from the physical plant. Tessa Angelique Canales. Sky V. Cannon. Christopher James Cantano. Eric Alexander Canute, magna cum laude. Philip P. Carr. Mariana Castellanos, cum laude. Morgan G. Chapman, cum laude. Haley E. Claycomb. Michaela Aileen Cleary. Lauren E. Clement, cum laude. Angelica Starr Clements, summa cum laude. Heather D. Cogan. Joseph D. Cook. Angela Cotto. Brianna Corsi. Tiffany T. Cummings, magna cum laude. Vincent A. Dalfo. Zechariah J. Davidson Cunningham. Ashley Davis. Anne Marie Deeb. Anna K. Delaney, magna cum laude. Trevor Denson. Madison Rose DeRita. Lauren Ann Devlin, summa cum laude. Claudia Elba Diaz. Marguerite R. Dillon. Christopher P. Donnelly. Christopher's being greeted by his grandmother, Mary Donnelly. Claire Marie Donovan, cum laude. Joshua L. Doherty, summa cum laude. Kiana Chanel Duncan. Haley Elizabeth Dunsmore. Jessica T. Dussing, cum laude. Victoria Brianne Eschbaugh, cum laude. Justice K. Frazee. Morgan Kate Gaffney. O'Shea J. Gary. Megan E. Gape. Nicholas M. Garillo, magna cum laude. Elias Liam Gagan. Alexandra Marie Gezzi. Michael T. Gilhenny. Nathan John Giacondo, cum laude. Carolyn Marie Giusti, summa cum laude. Christopher M. Goodman. Chelsea Andreen Gordon. You got this. John Paul Grilly, magna cum laude. Nicira Monet Harris. Nathaniel Scott Hill. Brendan C. Holvey. Kristen M. Hootie, cum laude. Andrew J. Hughes. Asmir Husic. Mohammed Mar Hussein. Mahamadu Jagana. Muna Y. Jilani. Ora Virginia Jimenez. Shaylin M. Jones. Jessica Taylor Judge. Jacqueline L. Julian, magna cum laude. Manpreet Kaur. Andrew R. Keddick.
Nervous wrinkles.
Jessica Renee Kelleher, cum laude. Samuel W. Keller, cum laude. Megan L. Kellogg, magna cum laude. Kathleen Dugan Kerner. Leslie Marie Kaiser. Daniel John Krantz, cum laude. Nicole E. Krumbach, cum laude. Jesse Kalen Leduc, cum laude. Michael P. Lavery. Daniel Jason Leek. Lauren Juliana Litz, summa cum laude. Michael Anthony Lombardo, magna cum laude. Kelsey Lynn Lovett. Kathleen C. Lowe. Shira Shot Lawsuwan Siri. Nicholas C. Lutz, cum laude. Robert Justin Lyons. Sure. Eric Andrew McCooch, summa cum laude. Anna Ray Lynn Martin. Daniel Philip Martini. Eric M. McCarthy. Alexia Joyce McKenzie. Susan E. McCrae. Claudia Marino Garcia, cum laude. Kristen Mary Messinio. Emily Christine Miller. Grace D. Milmo. Jeffrey Daniel Mateo. Maggie C. McAllister, summa cum laude. Iba Kamal Mohammed. Ryan James Monahan. Allison R. Moran. Licien Ngoy Mpaka. Christopher Carl Mount Pleasant. Patrick Michael Murphy. John Austin Murray, summa cum laude. John has been commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. Maria D. Musamichi, summa cum laude. Catherine Wynn. Fabiana Nicastri. Abigail Catherine O'Brien. Jennifer Lynn Orlando, magna cum laude. Robin Marion Ormsby, cum laude. Carrie Kathleen O'Sullivan, cum laude. Michael J. O'Sullivan III. Grace May Oswald, cum laude. Aaron James Otis. Erin Elizabeth Pacifici, summa cum laude. Mariana Paniagua Munoz. Legend Noble. Michael Christopher Pelletier. Aaron C. Pepe, cum laude. Anthony Pham. Annie T. Fan. Austin M. Fileo, cum laude. Monet Julie Spina. Nancy J. Pistel, summa cum laude. Nancy is an employee of our registrar's office. Matthew William David Pollock. Rebecca Hope Purdy, cum laude. Rebecca is being congratulated by her father, Roger Purdy, Director of Disability Support Services. Shannon Rath. Andrew L. Rafici. Selena Ann Rescott, magna cum laude. Andrew J. Rickey. Marissa Lindsay Rivera. Delaney Lynn Root. Andrew Roth. Clemente Rufo. ASLA. John Luke Saliba. Andrea E. Salaski. Gabriela Pia Santoro. Daniel Hansen Satterley. Daniel is being congratulated by his mother, Lynn Beth Satterley. Emma J. Savastano, magna cum laude. Brittany Kathleen Elizabeth Schaefer. Jessica Beth Schaefer, magna cum laude. Stephen R. Seraphin. Hannah E. Sheboy, summa cum laude. Megan Catherine Shepard. Megan Elizabeth Hill, summa cum laude. Megan is being congratulated by her father, Doug Hill, Director of the IT Administrative Systems. Morgan Francis Smith, summa cum laude. Kayla Cherie Spencer. Hannah A. Stansky. Allison M. Stevens. Williams McCabe Stevenson. Caitlin Marie Tackley. Kayla Rose Thomas. Christine Ann Tremblay. Mackenzie Nicole Tripp. Kevin F. Trotty. Sorry? Mm-hmm. Yep. Ashley Valentin. Benjamin D. Vandebogart. Derek M. Virgo. Tyler Griffin Vitalo. Joshua Allen Whaley. Ryan Michael Wertley. Sarah Catherine Willard. Sierra Mae Williams. Tatiana Virginia Wilson. Lindsay M. Wood. Andrew Peter Reed. Lauren Marie Zazzaro, cum laude. Andrew Zane Zupan. We'll now proceed to the Bachelor's of Science degrees. Matthew C. Abbott. Matthew Douglas Acom. Dahlia J. Al-Hoshishi. Khalil Al-Jofi, magna cum laude. Anna Ali Austin. Allison M. Baldwin. Kirsten C. Barkley, cum laude. Emily C. Barrett. Jacob R. Becker, cum laude. Adrian R. Becker, magna cum laude. Fatuma A. Bile, cum laude. Taylor Nicole Bodine. Bernadette N. Basha. Destin R. Bourgeois, magna cum laude. Zachary Ryan Brand. Taylor E. Brown. Stuart Bryant. Haley K. Buchholz. It's okay. You're fine. Brittany and Bud, cum laude. Jacob S. Bonacore. Eric Joseph Burge, summa cum laude. Janelle I. Burke, magna cum laude. Casey Cabry, cum laude. Brett R. Campolita. Christine M. Carlson, summa cum laude. Kaylee A. Catalano, cum laude. Michael G. Kasab, summa cum laude. Meredith Alice Cheser, cum laude. Alex J. Semino, Jr. Benjamin T. Colwell, magna cum laude. Bailey J. Clegg. Sierra M. Close, summa cum laude. Sarah Ashley Cobb, summa cum laude. Gabriella E. Converse, cum laude. Carolyn Marie Copeland. Eric D. Colvin III. Jessica Arlene Coe, summa cum laude. Sierra Lynn Shalini, summa cum laude. Courtney Marie Commonall. Cindy Marie Courtney. Anastasia Chumek, summa cum laude. Amante M. Davis. Megan Yates Dennis. Tyler Anthony Di Pasquale. Ayla Bridget Devaney. Megan Casey Deneen. Carolyn Marie Donegan, cum laude. Evan M. Droust. Zachary Ryan Dunbar. Brianna Elise Isa, magna cum laude. Sarah M. El Hindi. Matthew S. Fayola. Benjamin J. Farrell. Brianna Nicole Fazio, summa cum laude. Kristen Jean Field, magna cum laude. Maggie P. Finster. Casey William Foster. Craig Andrew Freisinger. Elizabeth Ann Furness, summa cum laude. Molly Catherine Gallagher, magna cum laude. Kristen N. Gamble. Jordan Elena Gaspé, cum laude. Portia A. Gathers Grosset. Good, how are you? James Robert Gillespie. Brianna Gattel, magna cum laude. Juliana M. Grover, magna cum laude. Lauren J. Gugino, magna cum laude. Manas M. Hadi. Ryan Robert Hadley. Brianna R. Hansen, summa cum laude. Julie Elizabeth Harrison, summa cum laude. E. L. Hemmers. Ethan Jacob Henry. Julia Lynn Hofstetter. Jessica L. Hogan. Allison B. Hoover, magna cum laude. Aliyah Hosheshi, cum laude. Nora A. Hosheshi. Jessica Marie Hyde, summa cum laude. Brianne F. Isaacs. Gregory T. Johnson. Basir Jones. Masala Amaya Joseph. Amy Elizabeth Just, cum laude. Cameron C. Keatley. Kirsten Rose Kennedy, summa cum laude. Terriana Marie Green. Carolyn Mary Kelly, cum laude. Madeline M. Knapp. James J. Kimball. Olivia B. Codsey, cum laude. Julia R. Compare, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Kreitzer, summa cum laude. Grace Ann M. LeBeff, cum laude. Marissa Lee Laffin. Brooke Gabrielle LaFleur. Caitlin E. Larkin, magna cum laude. Sarah Allison Lauterbach, magna cum laude. Drew H. Listano. Thomas Joseph Liga. Brittany K. Mack, magna cum laude. Christina Michelle Marr. Megan Teresa Malone. Ashley Laura Manctalo, magna cum laude. Kateri Emma Maris, magna cum laude. Miranda Rose McDowell. McKenna Nicole Merwin. Catherine Lillianne Miller, summa cum laude. Rachel Catherine Miller. Nicole Marie Manjan, summa cum laude. Michael Joseph Moore, Jr. Joseph E. Murray, summa cum laude. Joseph has been commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. Noelle Mariah Natoli, cum laude. Emily Marie Nicastro. Bethia Joelle Nivens. Gabriela Maria Oliva, cum laude. Dan E. Ostaszewski, cum laude. Garrett Andrew Palmer. Rashni S. Patel. Alexandra Elizabeth Padone, cum laude. Lindsay N. Pettit. Jessica Rose Pignato. Valerie R. Pirro, magna cum laude. Michaela Eileen Poor. Caitlin M. Powers, cum laude. Zachary Connor Pratson. Rachel Rose Putnam, magna cum laude. Benjamin Richard Radom. Alyssa Margaret Reagan, cum laude. Ariana Joyce Rivenberg. Mary Grace Rizzo, cum laude. Melanie Ann Rose, summa cum laude. Miranda May Ryan. Cole E. Schmid, cum laude. Brooke D. Scribner, magna cum laude. Alexandra McCulloch Sheehan. Allison Jean Malbooth. Paige Marie Molesky, summa cum laude. Abigail Rose Shefflin, cum laude. Courtney Michelle Stoddard, cum laude. Evan J. Sullivan. Francesco M. Tangretti. John Patrick Timothy. Abigail R. Usherwood, cum laude. Margaret L. Valentine, cum laude. It's okay. John Paul Vance. Samantha M. Vasquez. Kurt Spencer Walburn, cum laude. Shakeen Quason Wharton. Jonathan Robert Willman. Kylie Barbara Wilson. Carrie Ann Woodard. Very nice. Tyler J. Peet. Emma M. Pellegrino, magna cum laude. Eric Vernon Peterson. Anthony Lewis St. Andrew. Josh J. Slowinski, summa cum laude. Keely Morgan Sickles. Victoria Elizabeth Shevchuk, summa cum laude. Carissa Rose Shepard, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Partial Stansbury. Brian Paul Zimmer. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Costello-Sullivan. I now invite Mr. James Joseph, Dean of the Madden School of Business, to come forward and read the names of graduates from the Madden School.
Ariana Christine Armstrong, summa cum laude. Samuel Alberto Ainilla, cum laude. Zachary J. Enselman Clark. Gabriel Arujo. Grace Lauren Bachman, cum laude. Peter Barletta. Seamus Burke Berry. Tyler B. Underwood. Mason D. Biggs. Nicole C. Bishop. Caitlin Anna Berger, magna cum laude. Molly M. Broderick. Owen S. Brown. Zabria Bryant. Jamie L. Bagnacki, summa cum laude. Quentin Thomas Caffrey. C.J. Annuncion Bird. Zachary Z. Ashley. Kiria F. Armstrong. Eric Thomas Corp. Sorry about yesterday. Played a great game. Ryan J. Cosgrove. Griffin M. Covert. Ian D. Cronin. Abigail Joy D'Alessandro, magna cum laude. Sam Daniel. Isaac Benjamin Willamie Davis, cum laude. Nicholas Mark Davis. Ryan R. DeLeo. Brianna Marie DeMaro, magna cum laude. Jillian Lee Everett. Luciano Egidio Fabrizi. Derek G. Farrell. Georgette Grace Fazioli. James C. Felix. Daniel Lattimore Entenman. Jeffrey DJ Fields. Jordan Christopher Finch. Zachary Sherwood Finn. Dylan G. Card. Megan Taylor Casey. Is it Sema? Jonathan Semaluka, sorry. Aaron Matthew Komisky, summa cum laude. Evan C. Conlon. Allison Patricia Connell. Josephine Ann Conti. Paige M. Cook. Zachary James Cooley. Alexander K. Green. Jacqueline M. Greer. Anna Vanilla Hafoka. Caitlin Elizabeth Haggart. Andrew Saba Hall, cum laude. Tyler Lee Herzog, magna cum laude. Mercida Hasanovich, cum laude. Connor W. Hastings. Andres Hernandez Gutierrez, summa cum laude. Leo Devine. Lauren Elaine Diller. David Anthony Di Nasoria, magna cum laude. It's DePietro. Sierra N. DePietro, cum laude. Fatuma Mohammed De Rio. Hamza Moshir El Habal, cum laude. Dalia El Turk. Tatiana Rose Emmons. Jacob T. Ital. Catato? Nicholas Raymond Catato. Nicholas A. Keller, magna cum laude. Zachary Elton Kenny. Lauren Catherine Kerr. Griffin Peter Klein. Ryan John Katanish. Elena Therese Kopp, cum laude. Joseph J. Karutz. Colton James Francimone. Colton has been commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. Brandon Liam Franklin. Hello. Has it been 4 years? Kelsey Jacqueline Fredericks, cum laude. Andrew John French, cum laude. Is it Ayun Akau Guy. Hello. How are you, Rose Angel? Rose Angel Garcia. Ashley Elizabeth Gardner. Melissa M. Gonzalez. Xavier Grauls Marty. Taylor M. Green. Akila T. Jenkins. Is it Matukas? Andrew Michael Matukas. Didn't say it. Andrew is being congratulated by his dad. Bridget Catherine McDonald. Jarrett C. McDonald, cum laude. Brendan M. McGee. Barissa Mehmedovich. Malelo. Travis R. Malelo. Those 4 years went by. Andrew Rafael Mendez. Edward. John Douglas Myers. Jason Ralph Hildenbrandt. Ashley Stella Hirsch, cum laude. Sabina Hadzik. Mitchell Eric Hoff. Trevor John Hannes. Nicholas Infantino, magna summa cum laude. Amina Yahich. Michael D. Jandrisevitz. Margaret Mary Jones, cum laude. Richard T. Wynn. Christine Lynn Saccone. Danielle Maureen Schmidt. Sydney Olivia Schmidt. Karen Shaheen. Colleen Elizabeth Miller, magna cum laude. Jessica Lauren Miller, cum laude. Courtney J. Mitchell. Dante T. Morrison. William Joseph Mulroy. Jordan Alan Myers, cum laude. Christopher Eugene Nectenis. Katya Therese Palucci, magna cum laude. Isaac Rafael Pena. Amanda N. Pachote. Ashley T. Pachote. Ronnie Marie Pignato. Nicholas A. Place. Martino J. Laterza. Connor D. Leary. Tyler James Lichtenstein. Taylor Marie Light, cum laude. Nicholas Henry Lindquist. Kyle Robert Lumpy. Daniel C. Lynch. Cameron Michael Lyons. Maurizio M. Magnoli. Courtney L. Manley, summa cum laude. Julia M. Morelli. David Jacob Marshall. Victoria R. Nitsky. Eli Niankuya. Stephen Christopher Novello. Eric N. Oakes. Sarah Elizabeth Otto, cum laude. Hannah N. Palladino. Michael R. York. Christina Marie Ponzi, summa cum laude. Madison M. Pritchard. Madison L. Purcell. Shiv Rizada. Reardon. John C. Reardon. Jonathan Rodriguez. Michelle Rodriguez. Lucas Thomas Ross. Connor W. Ryan. Jacqueline Ryan. Stephen Andrew Selesky. Inela Selkich, summa cum laude. Monica Ryan Sana, cum laude. John Thomas Shad, magna cum laude. Julian J. Schlitz. Kylie F. Shaughnessy. How are you? Is it Cerny? Cerny. Ireland Kaylee Cerny. Trevor Michael Slocum. Spinoso, right? Camillo Michael Spinoso, cum laude. Zachary T. Stab. Megan Ann Straley, magna cum laude. Emily Catherine Schmoll, cum laude. Carla Francesca Tavares. Robert Joseph Tellerico. Andrew Joseph Taft. Yeah, like Vita Blue, right? Yeah. Jack Henry Vita, cum laude. Jacob Michael Van Buren. Vadney. Peter Timothy Vadney. Thomas M. Vandermeer. Samantha Nicole Villa. Samuel Thomas Walsh, cum laude. Francesca Tone Welch. Riley C. Wild, magna cum laude. Alexandra L. Zaire, summa cum laude. Yasid H. Zokari. Just leave mine up.
Thank you, Dean Joseph. I invite Dr. Margaret Wells, Dean of the Purcell School of Professional Studies, to read the names of the graduates from the Purcell School.
Melody E. Ashline, cum laude. Hannah Marie Ciccione, magna cum laude. Mary M. Justice. Erin Elizabeth Kittner, magna cum laude. Abigail J. Kopp. Serdar Bazil. Elizabeth J. Bigsby. Jahanzad Zayad Bukhari, cum laude. McKenna F. Bergwin, summa cum laude. Emily Rose Burke, magna cum laude. Amanda E. Chapman, magna cum laude. Sarah Catherine Churchio. Caitlin R. Clemens, cum laude. Julia Costello, cum laude. Emily Nicole Couture, cum laude. Nicole Ann Davis. Shelby L. Duell. Zachary J. Rixkowski. Mariah R. Slemchek. Juliana L. Stagnita, cum laude. Monica Nicole DeWeese. Jessica Ann Dickerson, summa cum laude. Claire M. Diefendorf. Giselle Ferrero, magna cum laude. Taylor Morgan Fahey, cum laude. Lauren E. Floyd, cum laude. Olivia Marie Fulmar, cum laude. Amanda N. Geisler, cum laude. Adrian G. Genovese, magna cum laude. Leila Habte, cum laude. Emma Catherine Hart. Delaney Elizabeth Hayes. Rachel Indira Hewitt, cum laude. Kerrigan C. Holly. Marissa D. Holmes, magna cum laude. Tristan Alexander Julian. Elizabeth Ellen Russell, cum laude. Kirsten O. Rossi, summa cum laude. Elizabeth M. Reiser. It's not on there. Brianna R. Parks, cum laude. Ashley M. Monroe, cum laude. Maura N. McHugh, summa cum laude. Alexandra R. Larock. Megan Page Stiles, magna cum laude. Victoria Elise Trata, cum laude. Nicole M. Unislawski. Ariana Taylor White, cum laude. Sarah Catherine Wilson. Sarah is being congratulated by her mother, Dale Wilson, Assistant to the Dean in the Madden School of Business. Emma Marie Ray. And finally, James Robert Zampano.
My friends, I present to you the LeMoyne College Class of 2019. Before we conclude, I would like to thank our extraordinary staff who helped make these commencement exercises a success. Following the ceremony, we ask that our guests remain in their places until the platform party, the faculty, and all of the graduates have left the commencement site. Graduates, you may pick up your diplomas back in the robing area immediately after the ceremony. And now, will all of us please rise for the closing benediction, which will be followed by the singing of the college alma mater. Our benediction will be offered by Reverend Donald Kirby, Superior of the LeMoyne Jesuit Community.
So let us offer a final prayer for our graduates. There is a beautiful text in the Gospels that captures in a stark metaphor how important it is that we pray at a moment like this. The story tells about Simon Peter, James, and John, who had fished all night. They had toiled the entire night and caught nothing. No fish. All they had was their emptiness. And Jesus came to them and he invited them to go out into the deeper waters, to put out into the deep. They do, and they catch so many fish that their boat begins to sink. Well, 3 or 4 years ago, each of you accepted an invitation to come to the heights. And for a short while, you lived like a dolphin. You chose to put out into the deep. You chose to explore deeper waters in search of more and more knowledge, sharper skills, deeper understanding. Once again, our God comes to you and invites you to go out to the deeper waters, to put out into the deep. And as we say a final prayer for you, I'd like to leave you with a prayer that I say every day, and I recommend it for you. It's a prayer that you have a generous heart. Lord, teach me to be generous. Teach me to serve you as you deserve, to give and not to count the cost, to fight and not to heed the wounds, to toil and not to seek for rest, to labor and not to ask for reward, save that of knowing that I do your will. May God bless you. Amen.
The 69th commencement of LeMoyne College is now concluded. Go forth and change the world as you have learned to do, and allow yourselves to be changed. Place love above all else, for that is the Jesuit way. And whenever you find yourselves at the crossroads of greatness and goodness, remember your days on the heights and know that you are always welcome back. May God bless you, each and every one of you, every day of your lives. And congratulations once again.
Well, the 69th ceremony was, you know what? I loved it.
I loved it too.
Loved it.
I'm a sucker for commencement. I do. I love commencement, and this was a really, really nice ceremony.
The messages to students were, I mean, obviously there's going to be a certain message that's going out to graduates, right? Like go out, conquer it, embrace it. But I think particularly this year with the message of love, serving others, Father Boyle talking about going to the margins, and Eric Burge talking about this love that the students have developed their 4 years here. All those things blended. And then Dr. Lemura, you know, her speech was like, what are you going to do? And again, it wasn't like, what am I going to do? It's what problems will I solve? Whom will I serve? What will I stand for? So a lot really tied into the Jesuit values.
Absolutely, and I liked what she was saying about, you know, having a vision of what matters. You know, really thinking about not just the job, not just making the money, and that's all important, but really having a vision of what matters to you, and then going out and doing something about it.
Right, and all of the speeches kind of she laid the foundation.
Yep.
And then the other two speeches kind of gave direction in how they're going to do that, right?
Mhm.
And obviously the 4 years that they've been at Lemoyne, their education is infused with these ideals, but now they get to actually put it to work. And I think knowing, you and I both are very much connected with a lot of these students and their vocational goals, and we know they're doing things.
Absolutely. You say that over the course of 4 years, I think is a really appropriate for Eric to use love as a theme for his student speech, because he really is one of those students. He fully loved Lemoyne.
Yes. and took full advantage of all the opportunities that lay therein.
Absolutely.
It's good. And then
Absolutely.
Father Boyle.
Wow.
One of those speeches, like Eric Burgess' speech and Father Boyle's speech, both kind of gave me goosebumps, in a really good way.
Absolutely. There's a couple, there's those big themes, that are, yes, Eric talked about love, but Father Boyle started talking about hope. And, there's a lot of research out there. The Gallup Corporation has done a lot of research on this, where they've aligned this thing called a hope index, where how hopeful you are about your future really makes a difference in what you achieve. And I think he did a really nice job of framing that for students. One of my favorite lines, he said, "Don't settle for happiness when you can have joy." Just, yes.
Yeah, and this was a little unusual. The students gave him a standing ovation.
They sure did.
And that, not to say that doesn't ever happen, but I haven't seen it happen recently, because I think a lot of times they're just sort of wrapped up in the moment. But they were in tune with what he was saying and wanted to let him know that they believed in what he had shared with them.
In our other honorary degree folks, that was so interesting. First of all, can we talk about Fred Ballerino?
No, okay,
All right. So the man's 90 years old.
And we saw him this may not have been on camera, but he literally ran off the dais. Like, the man is spry.
He sure is. And so many firsts.
Right.
So many, they just kept rattling off first after first computer, just amazing how many things that he's been involved in.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And all the other honorary degrees, the accomplishments that they've made and the tone that they set for these graduates. So we're seeing all the students file out, and we send them out here into the world and out there to make a difference, put to work all these classes and projects that they've accomplished and completed over these 4 years. And with a bit of sadness, we say goodbye, but we know that we're going to be hearing about their successes as the years move forward.
We will certainly miss them. We'll welcome them back to the Heights whenever they would like to. And we'll, tomorrow, when we get to the office, get to work on getting in the class of 2020, which is crazy to say 2020, but the class of 2020 ready for their commencement day.
That's right. So thank you for joining RJ and I today, and all the best.
Thank you.